Hi, I'm Steve Kilroy from iiyama. I'm here today to show you some of the features that Microsoft do include within their Office and Windows packages. As a company, we don't sell software, and the reason being is that Microsoft already offer a whole host of interactive and annotation features. So what I'm going to be showing you today is based around Office 365 and Windows 10. However, many of these features still exist in older versions of Office, and some of the features are also available in Windows 7. The first thing you'll notice within Windows 10 is the introduction of the Windows inking tools. So this is a great feature which enables you to open an interactive whiteboard style application and actually start annotating on the screen straight off with a selection of pens, pencil tools, highlighters, and some nice little utilities such as a protractor. All this content we can use to brainstorm ideas, present lessons to students, present content to people, and once we've created our ideas, we can then save that, we can share that, and we can actually email that directly to recipients, which could be your meeting room or your meeting attendees or your class, directly via email, or even export this to a number of different applications. The other thing I'd like to show you today is the Screen Sketch software, which is also included in the Windows inking tool. This simply takes a snapshot of the screen, again using the same tools from the Windows Ink workspace, enables you to annotate over screen clippings, which is absolutely ideal for taking in content from different applications and be able to annotate over that and highlight important key sections. Again, you can email that out to recipients in your meeting room or your class, and make those files and notes available offline. Many people ask iiyama about whether we can mark up existing documents such as Excel and Word. Not many people know that a Drawer tab comes alive once you've got a touchscreen plugged in, enabling you to annotate over your documents, highlight important information, and using the Select tool, these annotations actually stay embedded in your document whether you resize it or not. These functions exist within all applications that Microsoft supplies, such as Word and PowerPoint. And for example, I can do the same with Word, highlighting important information and making notes. Again, all this can be saved and emailed to all your recipients in a meeting room or a class. At iiyama, we've been quite excited about Microsoft's development of OneNote. It proves to be a great tool for presenting both within the education or the business environment. First off, it comes with a great selection of annotation tools such as pens and pencils and highlighters, enabling you to annotate directly onto the screen. Has a great annotation to shape functionality, being able to convert your drawings into geometric shapes, and also a very, very handy ink to text functionality, converting your handwriting into neat and accurate fonts. It gives you a great function in terms of being able to insert content from different sources. So when we're presenting within the business or the education sector, many people want to transfer content from different sources directly into the OneNote so they can start annotating over them. And here is a great example, being able to insert a picture from a different source, such as some content I've prepared earlier. Be able to drag that into the workplace using pinch and zoom to make it bigger for the audience. And again, annotate directly over that document and highlighting key areas of the messages you want to convey to people. There are some other great functions which Microsoft have just announced in the latest fall update, such as the ability to add multiple choice questionnaires by clicking the insert function and inserting a form. And this will give you the ability to actually create really dynamic, impressive multiple choice and question sets, which are absolutely ideal for presenting and conveying ideas, testing your students, testing your meeting recipients to see if they've actually understood the concept of what you're discussing. Another great function is the Researcher tab. So be it in a lesson or a business environment, we can use the Researcher tab to directly pull in content from different sources which are relevant to relevant to what we're discussing. Such as we could be discussing wind power, and we can click on subjects we can click on something we're interested in and actually import that directly into our workspace, and again annotate over the content from third-party sources, which is absolutely a fantastic function. Another aspect, which is a very powerful tool within the OneNote environment, is being able to share the function. So by clicking on share, I can now send my colleagues a link to this same document. So many people ask us about how can we engage in collaborative lessons and collaborative meetings, and is there a need to invest in third-party software? Well, when you're using Microsoft, no. So whether you're using Excel, Word or PowerPoint, or OneNote, clicking on the share function enables you to actually send a link to this notebook, which is you can edit live through Microsoft Cloud, and it enables multiple people from different geographical locations to actually log on to the session, annotate over your same documents and view your annotations live. And when you're working in conjunction with something like Skype, for example, it gives you a brilliant video conferencing facility, whether you're presenting to a class of students or your colleagues in a boardroom environment, for example. So in this next section, I'd like to introduce PowerPoint as an interactive tool for both conveying your messages to your audience or within the classroom or the business environment. Not many people know that there are annotation tools built into PowerPoint already. Many people ask us about competitive software to existing software that is sold into the education sector, and the ability to create slides, which you can do natively in PowerPoint, but also annotate those slides once you're presenting those to an audience. So if you click on slideshow, click from the beginning. When you're using a touchscreen, if you press and hold, you're activating right click. Towards one of the sides of the actual presentation itself, you will see a menu bar pop up, and you can then select your pencil and start annotating directly over your documents. And again, one of the nice things about this is once I quit out of my PowerPoint presentation, it gives me the opportunity to keep or discard my annotations. If I choose to keep those, they are still object orientated, so I can still select those drawings and move them around, or actually delete those once I've completed my presentation. Outside of that, one of the nice functions is again being able to click on the share function and email all the notes that we just created in our lesson or in our meeting, and email that content directly out to your audience, which is a fantastic function, we believe. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you found that overview useful. We've been able to show you today a simple and easy to use, effective tools for the business and the education environment, requiring very little training at all, and using a platform that we all know and love, being Microsoft and Windows. If you need to find out more information, please go to www.iiyama.com, and thank you very much for your time.